Every empire fell the same way, not through invasion, but indulgence, not through force, but comfort, not through swords, but through screens. And now, they've done it again. They've found a way to conquer men without ever lifting a weapon. They hijacked your desire and turned your greatest strength into your quietest cage. You were not born weak. You were born with fire in your blood, the same spark that built empires, sailed oceans, and fought gods. But somewhere along the way, the fire went out, not because you failed, but because they fed you pleasure. A perfect drug, always near, always free, and always empty. They discovered that if a man is trapped by his own desire, he no longer needs chains. He will build the walls himself, as long as you keep the screen glowing. Lust became the quietest war ever fought. No blood, no armies, just pixels, and a generation of men collapsing behind locked doors. They told you it was freedom, that exploring your desire was healthy. But the truth, you were never exploring. You were being trained. Trained to waste your strength. Trained to trade purpose for pleasure. Trained to be docile, predictable, harmless. Every scroll, every clip, every late-night relapse is not an accident. It's a system engineered to turn the masculine mind against itself. You think you're choosing, but it's choosing for you. You think you're escaping stress, but you're escaping potential. Ask yourself, when was the last time you went a week without it? When was the last time you felt alive without stimulation? You won't remember because they don't want you to. A man without control over his lust cannot build, cannot lead, cannot rule. He becomes a spectator in his own life, applauding other men who live what he only imagines. This is not about morality, it's about power. Lust drains the very energy that drives creation, ambition, and courage. And when a generation of men give that away daily, they stop building civilizations and start consuming them. You can't scroll your way to strength. You can't lust your way to peace. And you can't keep calling weakness freedom. Brief silence. Music shifts, subtle, heartbeat rhythm. But here's the truth they never told you. Every urge, every craving, every temptation is raw power waiting to be directed. Lust is not evil. It's energy, weaponized against you. If you reclaim it, it becomes focus, ambition, and unstoppable will. And if you don't, it will keep you weak, obedient, and hollow. They didn't need to invade your home. They invaded your attention. You think it's just a habit. It's not. It's chemistry, a ritualized hijacking of your brain's reward system. Every click, every flash of skin, every new video isn't random. It's precision-engineered dopamine warfare. Your brain doesn't see a woman on a screen. It sees survival. It releases dopamine as if you've conquered, achieved, won. But you didn't move an inch. You didn't build. You didn't create. You just traded your ambition for a simulation. That moment of pleasure is not free. It's debt. Because when dopamine spikes unnaturally high, your baseline drops. You wake up the next morning dull, empty, fogged. You don't want to work, you don't want to train, you don't want to try, and you call it burnout, but it's withdrawal. Modern men are not lazy. They're chemically exhausted, burned out on stimulation, starved for meaning. You're not unmotivated. You're desensitized. You've been tricked into craving the illusion of reward instead of the pursuit of mastery. The world doesn't need weaker men. It needs men who remember what it feels like to earn their dopamine. Through sweat, through struggle, through pain. They hijacked your chemistry. Now, it's time to take it back. This isn't just about lust. It's about your spirit. In every tradition, the warrior monk, the disciplined man, the king, all mastered one thing: desire. They understood that what you lust after controls you. The ancients warned that desire untamed becomes your god, and you its worshiper. And today, that altar is digital. You kneel to it every night, head down, eyes glazed, hands shaking. But imagine this: if every drop of that energy, that hunger, that craving was redirected into your craft, your mission, your strength, you would become unstoppable. Your energy is sacred. They call it lust, but it's life force. It builds worlds, creates art, fuels conquest, and they've convinced you to throw it away for pixels. The enemy doesn't fear your pleasure. He fears your power, the man you become when you master it. When you learn to say no to lust, you're not denying yourself. You're declaring war. And that war is what makes you a man. You can't fight a war with shame. You fight it with structure. Here's how you take back your power, one step at a time. Delete the triggers, block the sites, cut the dopamine faucet off. Let your brain feel boredom again, because boredom is where creation begins. Every time the urge hits, move. Push-ups, cold shower, breath work. You're teaching your body that the urge is not a command. It's a signal to transform energy. Write, build, train, read. Take that same fire and redirect it into something that grows you instead of drains you. You can't fight this alone. Find brothers who are also done being slaves to lust. Share victories, not failures. A man's environment shapes his destiny. When your habits align with your values, your life becomes unstoppable momentum. After 90 days of discipline, you begin to see the world differently. Colors return. Focus sharpens. Your eyes have weight again. Because you are no longer chasing, you are becoming. The modern man doesn't need to be perfect. He needs to be powerful. He needs to be dangerous, not to others, but to his own weakness. Every day you resist the easy path, you sharpen your edge. Every day you delay comfort, you build character. Every time you master your desire, you rise one step closer to the man you were meant to be. This is not about abstinence. It's about ascension. They made you believe lust was freedom. But freedom without control is just another chain. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your energy. Reclaim your edge. Because once you master your desire, you no longer chase pleasure. You create power. Silence your weakness. Awaken your empire.